Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to review a order I did from Gone with the Wind. They have a web shop, but they are actually a physical store in Amsterdam, our capital city. And it's always a pleasure to visit them when we are in Amsterdam. It's one of the shops I want to visit when we are just shopping around in Amsterdam. They have brands that you normally won't find in the Netherlands in toy stores, like Collecta, Pabo and Safari. And they recently brought Mojo Fun to their collection of brands they sell. So that's really awesome. Both owners are very friendly and they know their stuff. So if you have any questions in the store, they are more than willing to help you. They sell a lot of educational toys. So like toys you can also play with, but also like set together and experiment with. And it's really awesome. So they have a web shop, they have an Instagram page, and I will leave the info in the description down below. So with no further ado, let's begin with the order. It isn't really a big order, but they still had a few figures that I really wanted to add to the collection, so that's great. We begin with a few booklets they included into the package. First of all, a Safari LTd booklet from 2019. This is actually, I think, the last booklet you will see from Safari, because they decided to go over to the website, or an collector's guide. They won't be making any physical booklets like these, because it's not really good for the environment. So at one side I am pretty happy that they do this, because the environment, the nature is already suffering enough. And on the other side, as a collector, I really enjoy holding these booklets like I do now, just going through them, seeing which models they had in the past, looking up the numbers, looking up other reference points. So yeah, bit sad, but I can really understand the point why they don't bring out any physical paper booklets anymore. So this is a bit of a look through the Safari LTd booklet. Next up is a Collecta booklet 2021. And I just adore these little booklets so much. It's just fun to look through them and to give them also in a trade, for example, as a little extra, if I have any doubles, because I don't want like 20 of the same booklet in my collection, but I don't have this one, so that's really nice. Looking good, looking good. Yes, I'm going to flip it a bit through in a fast pace, because to give you an impression on how the booklet looks on the inside. And the last one is a Mojo Fun 2021, and I'm really happy with this one, because I don't get many Mojo Fun booklets. Ooh, nice detail. I got a few when I cooperated with Mojo Fun on an outdoor photo project. Loved to do that, by the way. And I got a few booklets from them in the package I got. So if you hear a cat meowing, it's probably Brutus, because he wants to come in, which he obviously can't because I'm filming, but he tries it anyway. So if you hear a cat meowing in the background, it's probably Brutus. Love those little display cases they have. Key rings. So yeah, this is the Mojo Fun booklet. So let's continue with the figures. I think I will be doing the two collecta first. So this is the beautiful and big Dutch draft mare. I love collectas, big heavy horses. Just the breed as heavy cold blood horses. And they are just, they're just awesome. Full of detail, nicely colored. Such a sweet face. Adorable. Those little wrinkles. Always a pleasure to have a collector horse new in the collection. The next collector one is the Koala. Now, I'm a bit surprised about this one because it has a more flexible kind of PVC type of material, and I'm not really sure why they did that. I can imagine why they did it, maybe to avoid breakage, but they normally cast their figures with a more sturdy type of plastic. Not that I bother, by the way, it's not really a big of a deal as long as the quality stays the same or even better. Lots of fur detail. I always enjoy when I turn a figure upside down to see the details of the paws. It's clearly a male, by the way. And I just love those little details. It's just a nice sitting pose. It's slightly bigger than the koalas I already have in my collection, so it's a big boy. Yeah. Next up is a Mojo Fun one. It's a 2021 figure, and it's one for my Smilodon collection. I secretly collect like Smilodon figures on the side. Like as in a... I have quite a group now. I hope to make a photo of them all together for my Instagram page. It is quite a big one. I love the face. Teeth could be painted a little bit better, but okay. And it's just a very expressive face. It looks like one side has a little bit more shade around the eye than the other side. It has paw pads, but it isn't really visible due to the... it's somewhat visible. I really like this one. Nice pointy teeth. They have to keep in mind that they have like safety measures and such to keep track of. Every toy company has to do that. There are certain rules and regulations they have to follow, so it's a nice, very nice Smilodon. I'm really happy with this one. And next up is a cute little Papo one. And it's a little guinea pig. Papo is absolutely rocking with the small mammals and the small birds and such, and I can't wait to get my hands on the 2022 editions later on, because they have so many species I want to add. But for now, it is this little guinea pig. It's a long-haired guinea pig, and I just squealed at the fact that they have little paws underneath. Like, no paws? Paws. Lots of fur detail. It's not just only a blob of hair. It's like it has little waves of hair, and the brown isn't just one color of brown. It has shading throughout. Little pinkish snout, little beady eyes. You can even see the ears. For a small figure, it's really detailed, and I really applaud Papo for that. So Brutus is already again trying to get into my room. So the next two things are two tubes from Safari Ltd. One is a 2021 tube, and one is a older tube that I was doubting to get for a while. I haven't really seen it online much, but I really wanted to add it. So let's begin with the 2021 tube. That's the I think it's the Amazon tube. So there are a few figures in it, and I will show the figures separately. So this is the, I think it's the jaguar. I think it's just a jaguar, not really some type of subspecies or something. Safari. Not really sure how to feel about the weird stars. I know that they are his spots, but I have the lion and the lioness from their African tube, and I can say those are, although they don't have like markings or such, they are better painted than this one. So yeah, I'm not really impressed with this feline. I'm so sorry. We let it stick there. If it's turning a bit dark in here, yeah, we have a storm coming over. It's pretty windy and rainy outside, but I still wanted to film. When I started filming, the sun was out, so I was like, yes. But apparently the weather has other plans, but it's still good to film. So I will continue. We keep with the mammals in the tube, and next we have a two-toed sloth. Yeah, cute little face. Again, I must say that these are tube animals, and they aren't really that detailed. It's a thing for tubes. Like, you make like miniature versions of animal figures, and you can put just so much detail in something so largely produced. But I must say that the little fur details and the cute sitting pose and the face. It's a two-toed sloth, as you can see. So yeah. It's a nice little sloth for the sloth family. Next mammal is the anteater. And I'm actually pretty happy with this one. It has nice colors. Just a common, you can really see it's a giant anteater. There's no doubt about it. So that's good. And yeah, just a little cute anteater. Next one is a capybara. You don't see many capybaras in figure form, so that's good that they included a capybara. This one is a little bit darker colored than the capybaras I have in my collection. And this one really has the mold with it, so the sculpt. The coloration isn't that exciting, but I honestly don't know what you can make exciting about a big rodent capybara. It's not that it has any like wild colorations or patterns or something like that, but still a nice capybara figure. So the next mammal is I think it is a boto. So I always get confused about certain like river type dolphins, but this one is marked as a boto, as you can probably see. I adore river dolphins. They are so unique looking. They have adapted to fresh water instead of their cousins in the sea, and they are just, sometimes they look very creepy underwater if you see photos of them. This is just a nice little dolphin figure. Dolphins, whales and porpoises are actually one of my favorite animal groups to collect, so I'm really happy to add another one. We continue with a bird. And this is a little Harpy Eagle. I have the bigger version. That is this one. And this is a little version. Of course, the little version has less detailed than the bigger version. But you can still see it's a Harpy Eagle, which is good. It's quite a bit smaller, but not really, like half the size. Yeah, it's half the size. So I have 2 Harpy Eagles now, which is great. Next up is a fish. And I'm going to probably slaughter the name Alipayma. It's an Alipayma. It's an ancient fish. And I'm really happy that they included an Alipayma instead of maybe a parrot or something else, like jungly type. Love the scales. Nice head. Those eyes. Yeah. Cute little fish. And the next one is a black Caiman. There it is. A black Caiman. It's a very long long black Caiman. Caiman? Oh yeah, I cut myself, but oh well. So this is the little group. So yeah, it's a good tube. I'm hoping that they continue with the tubes they do now, because I really do think the quality is way better than the tubes they brought out like a few years ago. And they started with their good tubes with the primate and the dolphin and whale tube. Like dolphin, and they made a whale tube. So yeah, so I really hope they continue with a good quality. So this is the last thing I want to show you. This is a cryptozoological tube. Cryptozoological tube. It has like fable and stuff, critters in it. I'm not, as you can hear, I'm not really that familiar with the cryptozoology branch of collecting. I do have a Mojo Fun Yeti and a Mojo Fun Bigfoot, and that's actually it. But I really wanted this tube because of this guy. This is a jackalope. And I'm honestly really fond of jackalopes. They are, together with hippogriffs and peritons and the phoenix, those are my favorite, like, fable, mystical critters. So yeah, this is a jackalope and I adore it. What else can I say? That it is a hare with a little antler. So I can't rely on realism on these guys, because the fact that they are real or not is still debatable. So this is a little yeti. It has those red eyes. I'm not really sure if I'm fond of these red eyes. It's rather looking a bit creepy, but okay. It's very hairy yeti, but it has to be because of the cold where it lives. This is a Bigfoot. I must admit, I really like this little Bigfoot figure. I would completely scare myself shitless if I would ever see something like this walking near me, if I would be in a forest or something like that. So it's a little Bigfoot figure. Next up is a Kraken, the huge octopus who can slay entire ships. It's a pretty intense looking creature, that's for sure. It is meant to be standing like this, so his tentacles are just cut halfway through, but okay. It's a really shiny plastic. And he's just taking his time devouring a ship into the deeps of the sea. Not really fun to come across. Next up is Nessie, the Loch Ness monster. Again, a very shiny finish, very shiny paint. I quite like this metallic blue, to be honest. I have a soft spot for blues and greens in a figure, and this one is really shiny. It has a sea creature type head with those nostrils and yellow eyes. And the next up is a hairy trout. Oh my goodness. I have absolutely no clue what's his story. Or where it comes from. So yeah, I really need to do some research on this strange looking fish. His fins and head are a metallic type, and his hairy body is grayish brown. Okay. And the last one, which I'm a bit confused about why it is in a tube, because it's a really living creature that still is living today. A coelacanth. Now, I must admit, people thought that this was that was my apparatus who spoke. I must admit that this fish was considered to be extinct for a long time, and it was found living, I think, in a fisher's net. Not really sure though, but I'm happy to have another coelacanth in my collection, so I'm not really complaining about that. But I found it a little bit strange that a fish like this, although it's really strange looking, would be in a cryptozoology tube. But okay, it is a real living fish. So that's it for this time. Let me grab all the figures again. I will be making a post on Instagram in a group photo so you can see them again. And I'm really happy with this little order I did from Gone with the Wind. And I really hope to visit their store again when we have another trip to Amsterdam. Those little tube-sized critters are all just laying there. But really happy with this group. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm hoping to make a few more videos about some comparisons between the same species but made by a different brand. So yeah, I hope you all have a good day or night, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!